welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a full face of Nothing New, and it's going to be a full glam look like you saw in my thumbnail. I had a bit of an issue. I was filming and then I corrupted the file, lost it. I had a full face on. I took it off. So let's talk about what I did to prep my skin. For moisturizer, I used the Neutrogena Hydra Boost with hyaluronic acid. This is the water gel, and I just took some of that and applied it to the face, so that we have a nice moisturized plump base to work off of, so that our foundation is going to look really, really nice. And for the sunscreen, I use the Super Goop Glow Screen Sunscreen with SPF 40. It leaves the skin with a great radiance to it. I have it on now. And for eye cream, I use the Neutrogena Hydra Boost City Shield eye cream, and this is an eye serum. So this is really great for underneath concealer. It's going to help your concealer go on nice and smooth without any sort of texture underneath. It's going to look really, really nice, especially for more mature skin like myself. I'm going to be starting out with a lip balm. I'm starting out with my favorite lip balm, the Glossier Birthday Cake Balm.com Skin Salve. So I love this. It smells so good. And I have to have my lips hydrated before a tutorial. I did exfoliate them with the ColourPop lip exfoliator from the Going Coconuts collection. So let's start off with the base. Did I even tell you what we were doing? We're doing a full face of Nothing New today. And you'll have a peachy eye look, a full base, waterproof, sweatproof. We're going full glam today. If that sounds like something you're interested in, consider subscribing, and let's just get straight into the video. For foundation, I'm going with the Lancome Teintirol foundation, and this has broad spectrum SPF 15 up to 24-hour wear and comfort. It's transfer resistant, and I'm in the shade 330 BISN. I'm just going to add some of this to my face. The camera is really blowing out this color because it doesn't normally look this light. And I'm just going to be going in with this sponge right here from LA Girl. I will link everything I'm using down below for your convenience. So hence why I have the mascara and the brows on. I had the full face of makeup on, and I started the intro, lost the file, and so I wasn't going to reapply all the makeup and then take it back off, which is what I had to do the initial time. So that's why I have the mascara and my brows on. And for brows, I just used the Wet n Wild Brow Trio in Ash Brown. I talked about that in my favorites video. If you haven't seen that, I will link it up above. Go check that out. It's a good video. I have a lot of good favorites. As you can see, we are full coverage, and the luminosity is still coming through from that glow screen sunscreen, which is what I want, most definitely. Now for concealer, I'm going to be using this Korean concealer. It's called the Cover Perfection Ideal Concealer Duo by The Same, and they have a liquid portion as well as a stick portion. I'm going to be using the stick portion today. I just find that it's much easier, and I'm only going to use it in areas that I really need it. And I don't need it in a lot of areas because that foundation is so full coverage. I'm going to use my fingers to blend. This is very, very spreadable. It's not sticky or hard at all. It's very, very fluid and just goes on like butter. Very high coverage. I find that a lot of Korean brands do it right when they do their concealers. I'm only going to be setting my concealer, but I'm not setting it right now. I'm going to wait a minute, and we're going to move on to the eyes. For the eyes, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty No. 5, the Peach Trio. So let's move on to the eyes while the face just sits and sets itself, because this foundation sets itself. You don't need powder. I'm going to be going into the Fenty Beauty eyeshadow No. 5. This is Peach. So it looks like this. And we don't need eye primer because I put on that long wearing foundation as my primer. I'm definitely not going to need an eye primer. A long lasting foundation works just as well. So what I'm going to do is just set a little bit of the lid where the transition shade and above the brow bone, because I don't want any shadows to stick there in that area. So just setting it with some Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. What's great about this is they have 3 shimmers and 3 mattes, so it's easy to create a look with this. I'm going in with the first peachy shade, and I'm going to apply that to my crease, laying most of the pigment out on the edge and then buffing it into the crease and up to the brow. And then with all the extra, I'm going to wing it out, just out to my brow bone. And same thing for the other side, keeping most of the pigment out and then buffing this right on in the crease. Now I'm using the Rephr brush, which is a natural hair brush. So tools that you're using to apply eyeshadow, they're really, really important. If you're not using the right tools, this can look like a disaster, the eyeshadow. So this is very pigmented for my particular shade, and I'm a medium shade range. That same brush, I'm going to be using the second shade in here and just tapping off the extra. I'm going to be patting this on the outer corner, and then when I feel like there's nothing left, I'm going to start buffing in circular motions on the outermost corner, and with what's left, I'm going to bring that into the crease and build it to up toward the brow. And with what's left, I'm going to wing it out slightly, and that is what that shade should look like now. Going in now with the last shade in here, which is darker in person, I'm going to take a Rephr 01 brush and pat that on the outer corner just to deepen it and bring it in the crease. The only thing I wish about this palette was that it had maybe like a brown or something, but it is called a peach palette, so I think this looks nice. I think it has enough depth to it. I can't complain about this palette. I really do like it a lot. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is take the darkest shade in the palette and taking this on a MAC something brush, I don't know yet, because the numbers have rubbed off. Putting that on the outer corner. This is a really pretty, nice, deep peach shade. It's not as dark as it looks in the palette, definitely not, but it's a really nice shade. I'm not spraying it because I'm going to spray the other colors. Bit of fallout there. I don't care about fallout, but look how nice this shade looks. Really pretty, really pretty. Taking the first shade in this palette, and I'm spraying the brush, and I'm gonna go in and pack this on the inner half of the lid. Definitely spray the brush if you want more intensity to the look. This is a really pretty peachy gold, but it has a shift of pink in it as well. So it's a trichrome in a way. Not like Pat McGrath, but it's a trichrome. As you can see, that's so pretty. In the middle of all of that, I'm taking the middle shade, and I'm just going to dot that, just to give that a little accent. Dot that in the middle of both eyes. Alright, so with a bit of Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, I'm going to take that on a sponge. This is the L'Oreal sponge. Dot it on the back of my hand and set under the under eye, just barely. I'm not baking and I'm not dipping in again for powder. And I'm just setting in the areas where I usually get oily. Now I'm going to spray the face with the Maybelline. This is the Glass Spray Makeup Finishing Spray. Skin looks hydrated and a dewy finish. So even though we put on a matte foundation, I'm bringing back the dewiness with that spray. But I'm also creating a barrier so that our oils don't come through, and that this will be transfer proof all day long, and we don't have to worry about it breaking up through sweat, through the masks, through all the craziness right now going on in the world. Don't have to worry about that. I put on a coat of Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and I'm going to be taking this Maybelline Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil Liner in Rich Amethyst. This is purple. So I wanted to give this look a really cool effect, and I'm just going to put this in the waterline because I think the peach and the purple really go well together. Now we're going to be moving on to the complexion. I didn't need to set the rest of the face. I will be putting false lashes. I don't like the term falsies. I don't know why I just said it. At the end of the video, I'm going to be contouring first with the e.l.f. contour palette. This is about $4 at the drugstore. And I'm taking this shade right here on the edge of a Rephr 17 brush, or 17, And I'm going to be placing that on the sides of the cheekbones, just where I need a little bit of contouring. Up on the sides of the forehead, under the jawline, buffing it out. And this has a dupe. This is a dupe for the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder. You're saving like $40 something. Look at that shadow. It's beautiful. With an e.l.f., this is an ultimate blending brush. I'm going in with the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder Palette, and I'm actually going to take the first shade in here. Really very pigmented, tapping off the extra, and I'm just going to stamp that at first and then buff it in. And I like to look up close as well as far away in my mirror. It's really pigmented. So a little goes a long way in getting the sides of the nose and across the nose. Make sure to get it in the hairline and your ears. For blush, I'm going with the Hourglass Diffused Heat Blush, and I'm going to be placing this high on the cheekbones to really lift my face. Since my face is a bit more round, I don't want to make it look any more round by placing this on the apples of my cheek. So I'm just going to take this and move it backward, really high up. And a little across the nose, and up here, and everywhere, since I just love blush. For highlight, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Golden Flower Crown Highlighter. Oh my goodness, guys. So pretty. Wet n Wild has some of the most blinding but very skin-like highlighters. This sinks right into the skin. It doesn't enhance texture. While I'm there, I'm going to take my pinky and just rub that in there and put that on my inner corner. And a little on the brow arch, just for a little bit of sparkle up there. Really pretty. I think this look is coming together really, really nicely. Definitely loving it. And to line my lips, I'm taking the Essence, this is the 8-Hour Waterproof Lip Liner in Tea Time. And it has a sharpener in it, which I did not know until just now. I like to keep that balm on as well. The balm that I put on in the beginning. The lip balm. Overlining just a bit. Overlining just a bit. So that looks perfect now. I love these Essence lip liners. I think this was $1.20. It was on sale when I got it. And these really do last and last and last. And for the lip, I'm going in with this Kiko Milano Sicilian Notes Liquid Color Duo in the shade 02. So it looks like this. One side is a matte liquid lip and the other side is a gloss. And it's a very comfortable formula. So here's the matte lip color. And I'll show you what that looks like. It's a really beautiful, almost has, it's a pinky nude, but almost has a slight purple undertone. It looks perfect with this lip liner. See how beautiful that is? And then it comes with a gloss, which I put on now. Honestly, I don't see much with the gloss. I almost think it tones it down a bit. I like to go in with a separate gloss personally, so I'm going to be going in with the Ofra gloss in Myth. Just in the center and on the Cupid's bow. I'm going to pat that in with my finger because as you can see, it was really intense. And now it's time for lashes, and then we are all complete. Lashes are on, and I used the e.l.f. Drama Queen lashes. So I hope you guys found today's tutorial helpful. Lets you guys play with makeup you already had. Maybe you had some of these things and want to pull them out and recreate this look. If you do, definitely tag me on Instagram. It's at AshleyLamora26. Let's set our face one last time. Going in with the Maybelline Glass Spray. Give a generous spritz. And I'm going to take my sponge and really push everything into the skin one more time. Be careful because this spray does leave those marks on the skin if not pressed in. So definitely just watch out for that. But it's a really nice spray from the drugstore. So here's the final look using all old products. Full face of Nothing New. If you guys did end up liking this video, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. It gets my video out there. Likes help more than anything. And if you would like to, definitely subscribe. I would love to have you on board. Thank you so much for watching, and until I see you again, I hope you guys stay safe and have a good one. Bye.